completely new language and completely new environment in which I was growing back in Mexico. And it was hard, just the beginning. And after that, the English is like my best subject, and I'm very strong at it. And so I really encourage you to take advantage of this time you have, because when you're in a college, you don't really have that much time, and you really have to have the skills you need you can get in high school. Because once you are there, the time is just go fast, and you don't really notice that. So when I was in ELD4, it wasn't like the greatest experience I had, because it was like more oriented to take the KC and pass it, and I was took like when I was sophomore year, and I passed the test, so it was kind of review, and I was bored at that class. But if you have time to be boring, you can study by yourself, because once you're in college, the the professors didn't tell you like the things you have to learn. You have to basically learn by yourself, and it's quite the hardest part of college. Because I'm taking physics, and physics is not really that hard. But since you have to read and you have to learn by yourself, and then you have to go to a class and discuss the subject you're studying, that's the really hard part. Because if you don't really read, and if you don't have the skills to read and to understand everything you're reading, when you go to class, you don't really take everything you have to take, and you have to repeat class, and that's a waste of money and waste of time. So if you're like, dang, this class is so boring, you can try to do something by yourself, because once you are in college, there's no one in there to tell you do this and do that and do that. You are by yourself, and it's hard. So college is the easy part. High school is the easy part. I mean, you can like miss 4 classes and you can still get an A, but in college it's not the same thing. Once you miss a class, you miss like a whole concept, and you can try to go back and study by yourself, but it's quite hard. So if you miss one class, probably you can get a C or something, and that's not like the best grade you can get. So probably I'm not sure if you're interested in going to college, because from what I call me, not everyone wanted to go, because some people think it's a waste of time and money, and I think it is, because you're only getting like a little piece of paper, but that piece of paper is the thing that's going to give you more money, more income, so you can do whatever you want to do. Plus, the world is kind of big, and when you are here in high school, you don't really notice that. So there's a lot of things that probably you're interested in, that you can study, and just something that you are, I don't know, you don't really have a clue what it is, and you want to know what that's come from or something like that. So that's quite interesting if you want to do it, and if you can get like a very good payment for that. I think that's the greatest experience. And like I say, I tell to some of my friends who thinks that going to college is a waste of time and money. When you do go to college, the most you can get is like $10 an hour. But once you go to college, it goes I think above $32 per hour, which is a lot compared to $10 dollars. So you can do more things, and you can give it to your parents or to yourself. Because at the end of the day, the reason I'm going to college is because of them. I don't really like it like that much, honestly. But I know I have to do something, because they have done like a lot of things for me. They have worked sometimes 2 works, one a day and another at night. They have spent like their whole life trying to do something better, and that's basically the reason I'm going. So if you are in a kind of situation like me, just take advantage of this time, because this time is not going to come back. And once you're in college, you want to go back to high school, and that's not possible. So do the best you can.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay, so my first question is bringing it back to high school, because you were learning English as a second language. So what was it in high school what helped you learn English, really? what is some advice you would give the students in this class to help them improve their skills for learning the language?
Well, I like music, so that's one of the reasons I started to learn more English and be more fluently, even when I'm not really that good. But yeah, like there's a lot of music in there, and there's a lot of genres, and you can explore it. And also poetry, which I like poetry in Spanish, and I don't really like English, to be honest. I don't think it's the best language in the world, but it's quite amazing